And just allow yourself to soften, to let go as much as you can with the breath out. So that you're only using the deep muscles, the postural muscles to keep you upright, but resting, relaxing all the unnecessary tension in the body. And then as you slowly press the tips of the fingers down, and also begin to feel the upward force from the ground up. So the sucking up action in the palms of the hands, in the armpits, in the ribs. The downward, the upward forces balance each other. Feel the shoulder blades press deep against the back ribs, especially the inner shoulder blades. And as you do that, as you feel that, the chest starts to open a little more. So bring your awareness to your shoulder blades. And keep them as flat as they are now as you place your hands in front of you and the roots of your thumbs against the chest, fingers slightly away from the chest wall. Relax the upper arms, relax the elbows, close the eyes from top to bottom, looking away from the thinking brain down towards the heart center, and just taking a few breaths through the heart. So as to drop the control center from the brain, from the thinking, towards the heart, from thinking to being and feeling. So just feel the light touch between the hands and just see that they are balanced. One is not pushing the other more. Relax the face and all the facial muscles, widening the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids, let the eyes move back as if you had eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. Still check that you are upright, that the shoulder blades are pressing against the back ribs, not collapsing the shoulders. And then after your next breath in, we'll do the 3 ohms together in your own time. Om, om. As you exhale, pull the head down, surrendering the brain to the heart once more. Release the hands to your thighs and listen to the resonance of silence. And as you breathe in, lift the head up and open the eyes. And stretch the legs forward. And cross the legs the other way. So just to start, we're going to come forward to loosen the hips. But first, interlock the fingers and press the hands down in front of you. And feeling all the gaps underneath the mounts of the fingers, making your palms flat on the floor, molding the palms to the floor. And then from there, stretch the arms forward. Keep your awareness, the eye of awareness in how the palms are, the skin of the palms expanding outwards. And with that, as you inhale, stretch the arms up. So make it a real mindful movement. Gripping the outer upper arms in towards one another, lifting up through the mounts of the index fingers, lengthening through the inner arms, and trying to get the little finger sides back down. Yeah, so the front is lifting, but the back, the pinkies, are moving down towards the head. And as you exhale, then you can release, just feeling the resonance of what you have done. And then the other way, interlocking the other way, again press the hands down on the floor and molding all the mounts of the fingers to the floor. And then from there, maintaining that, nothing changes, as if you were still pressing the floor as you stretch the arms forward. And then keeping the eye of awareness in the palms as you stretch the arms up. So gripping outer upper arms in towards one another, lengthening the sides. Breathing soft, smooth breaths through the nose. And lengthening the sides, so feel the stretch all the way from the hips. Mounts of the index fingers lengthening, the palms are still, expanding from the center. And the little fingers moving down. That's not that easy to do. As you breathe out, then you can release the arms. And you can stretch the legs forward, crossing the other way one more time. And this time, as you stretch the arms forward, palms face each other, up to the ceiling, lengthening the sides of the body. And then with that, as you keep reaching through the tips of the fingers, coming forward, lengthening the sides, lengthening the spine. Stay there and drop the buttocks down like slinkies. And then from there, take your hands down. As you pull the fingers towards you, feel the lift in the chest. So pulling, as if you want to scrape the floor towards you, and feel how that affects the lift of the chest. And then from there, take your arms forward, slide them forward, and the head down. And when you're there, just enjoy that softening that happens, that when the head gets the support and there's this letting go of the thinking. So going deeper into the back body, the back of the brain. Quieting the thinking brain. Softening around the hips and the buttocks, the outer hips especially. So really be there, really be in the present moment. The only moment where life happens right now. And as you inhale, come back to center. Take your knees up, stretch the legs forward, and just one last time, stretching, crossing the legs the other way. And once more, stretch the arms forward, have the palms facing down this time. As you inhale, stretch the arms up, palms face forward, lengthen the sides, lengthen the front and the back also. And then from there, as you reach forward, reach through the tips of the fingers, go halfway, reaching through the tips of the fingers. And then from there, take your hands down, pulling with the fingers towards you to lengthen through the front body. And then from there, sliding the hands forward more as you take your head down. With the breath out, allow the buttocks to soften. And this is your opportunity to prepare the mind for the practice also, not just the body, but connecting the breath and quieting the mind so that you are completely present in your body. Okay, then as you inhale, come back to center and stretch the legs. And we are going to sit in Vajrasana. So we are going to work on opening the feet a bit first. Yeah, so you've got your belt. It's the good type of torture, remember that. And so bolster. And you've got the belt around your ankles. And it needs to be tight enough. So this will give yourself a little bit of a leeway, but just a little bit. So it's tight enough. And then, so first, when we start to make it easier, you can just have your ankles on the bolster. And then we are going to come forward and then we go to the floor. And we will, to distract you, we're going to do some shoulder stretches too. Yeah. All right, so first have just the ankles on the bolster, which is easy to do. There's no problem with that. And just sit, let yourself sit. I'll wait for you to put your belt on. And just let yourself sit down heavily on your heels. Meanwhile, again, you can stretch the arms forward, interlocking the fingers, palms away. Again, Padanguliasana, so expanding the palms from the center out. As you inhale, stretch the arms up as if you were still pressing the floor. Lengthen the sides of the body. Feel the difference when you really expand the skin of the palms from the center out. It feels much different, more connected. As you exhale, then you can release. And so now we're going to move forward somewhat, so that only the metatarsals are on the bolster. So your ankles are hanging midair. Yeah, and this is quite challenging, but it's very good for the feet. It actually feels so good, even though it's kind of painful, but good painful. As you know, I don't need to tell you. Right? So at the start, we kind of shy away from that sensation. So you might be coming forward slightly, but then as you become braver and braver, moving your body back and just sitting on your heels, just let yourself feel that sensation there. Let yourself feel that opening in your feet, in your ankles. All right, and as you inhale, stretch the arms forward and talk in the other way than before. And then palms away. Again, spreading the skin of the palms from the center out. And as you inhale, stretch the arms up. Lengthen the sides of the body, gripping the outer upper arms in towards one another. Breathing. And as you exhale, then you can release the arms. And so now from there, we are going to just sit on the floor. So you can move the bolster away. And still with the belt, just sitting on your feet. And so make sure you've got enough padding. So if you have a carpet underneath your mat, so that's good. Or if not, if it's too harsh, doubling up the mat or having a blanket, so that you are able to really sit down. Yeah, so give yourself a moment there. So the cheeks of the buttocks are kind of on the outsides of the heels, right? The heels are in the middle. And we're going to do Gomukhasana. So stretching your right arm forwards and up to the ceiling. Extend and lengthen up through the arm really well. Bend the elbow, take your hand to your spine. Using your left hand on top of the elbow and trying to pierce the palm with the elbow. Lengthening through the upper arm. And then stretching your left arm out to the side, palm back, bend the elbow behind your back, and catch the fingers. I didn't say to use the belt if you need the belt. If you have an extra from the belt around your feet, if you have a long one, you can put it on your right shoulder, right? So just stay there. Still be heavy on your heels. Spreading your left collarbone from the center out to the side. And pulling the fingers evenly, so not just hanging with the top on the bottom, but also pulling with the bottom on. Stay a few moments longer. It's good for you. Good for me after driving forever today. And then as you breathe out, you can release. You're just feeling the resonance of what you've done. If you need the belt, have it ready on your left shoulder. Otherwise, stretch your left arm forward up to the ceiling and really extend first. So lengthening, extending. Then bend the elbow, rest the hand on the spine using your right palm and trying to press the left elbow up towards the palm, piercing it, and then moving it back slightly so upper arm goes back past your ear. And then from there, stretch your right arm out to the side, palm back, bend the elbow behind your back and catch the fingers. And again, so see that you're not just hanging on the bottom fingers, but pulling with the bottom ones also. So as you do that, the upper arm goes slightly away from the head, and there is a stretch on the outside of the chest. And stay and breathe a few moments longer. Good, and as you exhale, then you can release. Just feeling how you are. And now, go Garudasana. Stretch both arms towards each other at the back. Yeah, upper arms crossed, take your forearms up. Press the palms against each other, elbows up slightly, hands away from the face. Lengthen the upper arms from the shoulders towards the elbows. Breathe. And as you exhale, then you can release on that side. You can feel in the resonance of what you've done. And then the other side, so arms forward with your left arm on the bottom. Hug yourself first. Palms or fingers towards each other at the back. Upper arms crossed, forearms up. Press the hands against each other, elbows up. Away from the face, close, lengthen. So that you're broadening, so feel how the shoulder blades kind of slide away from each other at the back. And as you breathe out, then you can release the arms. Okay, release the arms. And then Paschimana Namaskar, before you come out of this, so it's your last one in this position. Stretching the arms out to the sides, turn your palms back, bend your elbows behind your back, with your fingers pointing up, try to get the hands as high as you can. Yeah, and then expanding from the center of the chest out to the sides, smiling, collarbones, and little finger size pressing against the spine. Do let your fronting ribs come forward, keep them back. You can take the elbows back. A few more moments. And as you exhale, then you can release the arms. And now, so now you can kneel up. And trying to look normal. Feeling like an old person. Taking the belt off now. And now sitting in Virasana, you can sit on a block. And it's gonna be interesting to see how the feet are. So just with your feet apart now, by the side of the block. With the flesh of the calves away from the knees. And you will find this so much more balanced. So the feet, you are actually sitting on the center of each foot. Do you feel that? Yeah. So that there's more openness in the arch of the foot. And the little finger sides go down easier. Hopefully. All right, and then from there we'll turn the spine. So first stretch the arms forward, up to the ceiling, lengthening the sides of the body up. Take a breath in as you breathe out and turning to your right side. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn, lift, and turn, lift and turn. Take your left hand to the outside of the right thigh, right hand behind you to the corner of your block or the floor. As you inhale, making space in the spine, and as you exhale, turning more to your side. So pressing your left hand against the leg to turn. Then as you inhale, coming back to center. One more time, arms forward, up to the ceiling, lengthening the sides. And as you exhale, turning to your left, inhale, lift, Exhale, turn, lifting, turning, lifting, turning. Take your right hand to the outside of the left thigh, left hand behind you to the corner of the block. Inhale, make space, and exhale, turn more. So with the breath in, making space in the spine and the chest, and with the breath out, can you turn more, but still be even on the sitting bone. So don't lean to one side or another. And as you breathe in, come back to center, and we will come forward. So interlocking the fingers behind you, have something for the head if you need it. And remember, so do this in stages. So first you've got to squeeze the outer brows in, taking the hands away from the body, and then coming forward from the hips. And if the arms are straight, then taking the arms up and over. But if you bend the arms in the process, don't go any further, but come up and try to extend through the arms. Yeah. So when the arms bend, then you've lost, you caved your chest in, and you lost the involvement of your triceps. Yeah. So you want to come up. You want to re-engage the triceps, the outer arms, and try and work on that first. All right, and then the other way. So interlocking the fingers the other way than before. Stretch down through the arms. So as you stretch down through the arms, do you feel the chest opening? Yeah. Do you feel it's connecting? So as the elbows perfectly straight, the arms are connecting to the side chest, and the chest is opening. And that's what you want to feel first. From there, if you've got that, then come forward. If you don't have that, then first do it upright. Yeah, so be honest with yourself. So first stretching down through the arms, then see the elbows. The elbows start bending, you've lost it. To center. And you can come into Adho Mukha Svanasana to stretch the legs. Yeah, so just spread the fingers apart, come to all fours, and slowly come into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Slowly straightening the knees completely, lifting up through the buttocks, pushing the thighs back. Make sure heels are out, and then you will find that the feet feel different. Can you feel that the outer feet go down more? Inner arches are lifting up more. Can you get that sense? Open the backs and knees fully to fully bring blood back to your knees and to your ankles. Feel with the breath. And as you exhale, then you can bend the knees and come down. And we're going to get 2 breaks. We're going to do the chest opening. So it's Paryankasana. Yeah, so 2 breaks like this, unless you absolutely can't do that, in which case you can do it cross-legged with the breaks down lower. Yeah, so knees are together, feet are by the sides of the hips, so then moving the flesh of each calf back as you sit down. And so after all the work on the feet, this will hopefully feel easier. And then the break is between the shoulder blades. And then the other is underneath the head. Yeah, a few moments there, and then bringing the arms up, folding the arms, taking the arms over. Yeah, you can alternate the hands or the arms, the edge of the arms, and then try to bring your head back more if your neck allows. Yeah. Can we all do that variation? Just let me see. So the upper brick should be in the middle of the shoulder blades. And then bringing the arms over. And you can fold the arms. And just softening, trying to let go, trying to relax on top of the brick. You can fold the arms the other way also. And if you can, now taking the head down lower, taking the brick down to the lower edge. And maybe still lower if you want to challenge yourself. And just letting yourself feel that nice openness of the chest. Such a good feeling. So we tend to slouch. Now you're doing the opposite. Few more breaths. And then you can release the arms back to your sides and come back up. And come out of it, come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, into dog pose. And just with that awareness of openness in the chest, in the thoracic spine, in the upper back, see what happened there. Yeah, so really pressing the hands down to lengthen the sides, lift the buttocks high, Lisa, and try to bring the center of gravity back more. Back to your legs. So feeling that same openness between the shoulder blades. Is it still there? And then, yeah. How does it feel now? As you breathe out and bend your knees, come down. So now have a bolster. Then you're gonna have knees on the bolster. Going into Supta Virasana like this. So knees are together, feet by the sides of the hips, and then lying back. Arms over. And pressing the knees down towards the bolster. Okay, so see how that feels. So because the knees are higher, it hopefully is easier to get down if you find it's difficult normally. That kind of defeats the purpose, the block. If you absolutely cannot go back, then yeah, but try go without. Yeah, so going back. And just feeling with your feeling. You're back in your feet again. The feet will really feel it tonight, but in a good way. Something I'm preparing you for. Can't go back completely, Tori? All right, well then come up. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now when you come into dog, have a bolster between. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Keeping the toes under. And as if you want to push the bolster forward and up. 4 times. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Okay. Keeping the tail in, but not collapsing the thighs. The legs are straight. Toes are under. And as you push the bolster forward with the pelvis, that's what gives you that lift in the spine. Rolling the shoulders back, letting the chest open. Roll the shoulders back and down, Michelle. And then come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hello, Casper. And then come down. And third time, I want you to do this one. For this, you will need a belt because the knees will want to come out. And this is an interesting position for the pelvis. Yeah? So it's variation on Supta Virasana again. You've got belt around your lower thighs to keep your knees from staying out. The knees don't have to be together, but the thighs are parallel. And then see how far you can go from there. Might not be all the way. Yeah, the knees might lift like this, and then you try to bring them back down. Okay. But feeling what is happening in your pelvis. The deep muscles around the tailbone have to work. So not sitting on the feet, but the feet are by the sides of the hips. You have the belt, but not too tight. And then be brave, go back. And if the knees lift, that's okay, let them lift, and then see how far you can bring them back down. Yeah, noticing what's happening. So there's no way that in this, doing it like this, that there is any pain in the back. It won't be there because the pelvis has to really work. So then lengthening. So yeah, so go down lower than you think, and then lengthening the thighs to slowly bring the knees back down a little bit more, bit by bit. I know this is difficult, but it's interesting. It's teaching you a lot. All right, well then come up. You can see your this is hard. Yeah, so come back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. And now with that sensation, so back into dog pose. And Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. I'm getting that same action in the pelvis a few times. And then you can take your toes back. Okay. but not collapsing the thighs, and as if you want to push the bolster forward and up. Go for it. Are you done, Tori? Okay, so then back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, your last one. And then you can come down, bend your knees. And we're going to work on Bekasana, which is the frog. So one leg at a time. So you're going to lie on the front, supporting yourself with your left forearm, keeping your knees towards one another, and then bending your right knee first. And it's the tricky movement of the arm, of the hand. It comes from the shoulder, so that you hold the foot from the inside, and that the fingers then turn so that they face towards the buttock. And then pushing up with the foot against the hand for a few seconds, and then letting go and pushing down more on the foot with the hand. And doing that a few times, because that will get you a little deeper. Yeah, I find it hard to explain the hand, so if you just watch it, you hold from the inside here, fingers point out first, and then they go to the front. And if you can't do that, then they'll just have to kind of do whatever they do. Ekapada Bekasana. So it's kind of, these are poses that teach you the pelvis what it has to do when we go into back bending poses. So it's holding from the inside, and then the fingers move outwards, so from the inside out, and then as the elbow lifts, then they move forward. Yeah, so it's that movement of, as the elbow goes up, then the fingers go from the outside over the foot forward, and then that's what pushes, what brings the force down of the foot. Bernie, you helping? Michelle, yeah. Cool. And so the energy movement is, can you push up with your foot against the hand, hold it for a few seconds, and then completely let go of the leg. I mean, hold the leg, but let go of the tension and push down on the foot. And then do that about 3 times. Yeah, so pushing up with the foot against the hand, a few seconds. And then relax the leg and push it down with the hand. So like this, you will find that you can go a little lower with the foot, a little deeper. 3 times. All right, then you can release on that side. We'll try the other side. Keep your knees close together, not completely, but close. Bend your left knee. So holding the foot from the, not the outside, Lisa, from the inside. Yeah, so this is where I can't really explain it. Fingers point out. You push down on the foot from the inside, the fingers point out first. Then as the elbow goes up, the fingers move forward, and then you push down with the heel of the hand on the foot. And pushing up again with the foot against the hand. So you contract the quadriceps for a few seconds and then let go, and then pushing down on the foot with the hand. Completely relaxing the leg. This is muscle energy technique from physical therapy. It's how we get the muscles to to relax and to lengthen a little more. 3 times. Push up, few seconds, and then relax and push it down more. Yeah, Michelle, can you point the fingers forward more? Yeah, like that. Good. When you've done 3 times, then you can relax. And so we will try, just for fun, we'll try the full pose. And to make it much easier is when we use a brick for the, so that the head is already lifted. Yeah, so you put the brick underneath your chin. Like so, and then you do the same on both sides. Yeah, and then you try to push the feet down as you lift the chin off the brick. Yeah. I did lift it, just slightly, but it did lift. Not very stretched. So let's see. Yeah, so bend both knees, hold the feet from the inside, so the same action like you did a moment ago, but just this time you do both sides at the same time. And as you press the feet down with your hands, and can you lift the chin off the brick? That's the thing. So you're opening the chest and the shoulders also. This is strong on the shoulders. Yeah, but the feet need to go down. So it's not Dhanurasana. It's a different pose. Eventually the feet go down to the floor beside your hips. Yeah, Michelle, can you lift your head up? Just try a couple of times and you can relax. It's not easy, but you know you are warmed up now to do this. All right, and then you can relax the frogs. We move on. Time is moving on. I would like you to stretch the side body. So we'll do it like this. You're going to do Trikonasana first, with the 2 bricks against the wall, with the back foot, yeah, against the wall on the 2 bricks, and I've got the toes hanging off to the front. The toes don't get involved. Taking the feet wide apart, maybe even wider than normal you would for Trikonasana. So let's have the left foot at the wall. We'll do it together. You know the pose. It's Trikonasana. Turning your right toes out and the heel in. Turn the whole front leg in the hip socket. Yeah, all right, everybody. Right, and then as you inhale, stretch your right arm up towards the ceiling and lengthen. Extend, have the palm facing away from you. Extend through the tips of the fingers, and then reaching to your right fingertips as you press your heel against the wall of the back foot. Take your hand down to the floor behind the leg now. You'll be able to reach now because the back foot is higher. And then turning the abdomen, the chest, top shoulder back. Stretch the arm, top arm up towards the ceiling. And breathe. And feel that connection of the back heel and the land of the left side of the body, the whole body lengthening. So maybe the hand might not go all the way to the floor, but it should definitely go down lower than normal. Yeah. Turn your front foot out properly, Michelle. Not turning out. So the right foot needs to turn out. Is it your left one? Sorry, it's your left. Yeah. So the front foot turns out. Yeah. And then reaching through your arm and then going into the pose. All right. Then inhale, come back up. If you've just come into it, you can stay a bit longer, but just some of you have been there longer than others. All right, step down, turn to the other side. Yeah, so we are really lengthening the sides of the body now. So pressing the outer right heel down. So, or whichever, if you're doing the other side, then whichever side, make sure you do the other one. Turn your left toes out and the heel in. And stretch and extend through your left arm, extending through your left arm, reaching through the tips of the fingers, reaching as you go to your left side. Take your hand down to the floor if you can, or to the ankle. But see if you can find that connection between pressing the back heel against the wall on the bricks and lengthening the whole, connecting through your knee, through your top hip, and all the way to the shoulder. And also through the top hip to the bottom buttock. Yeah, and then turning abdomen, turn the chest up, top shoulder back. So it's all kind of holistic. It all comes together eventually. Yeah. From all the fragments to one holistic whole. All right, then as you inhale, come back to center. And step down, turn around to the first side, and we are going to do Parshvakonasana. Ouch. Hit my head. The same way, so you've got your left foot on the bricks, right foot away. Yeah, turn the right toes out and the heel in. Again, I've got the toes hanging off the brick, pushing the heel against the wall, stretching the arms out to the sides from the center of the chest. And then with the breath out, bending the right knee towards the right angle, taking the right hand down to the floor in front of the knee or in front of the foot. Top hand can come to the hip first and make sure you get that turn. Abdomen, chest turning, top shoulder back. When you're ready, taking top arm up and over if you can. So again, it's that side stretch from the back heel all the way to the tips of the fingers. So bend the front knee, go down low, make a right angle. So now there's no excuses to not make a right angle with the back foot much higher. And reaching from the back heel all the way through the tips of the fingers. So again, you're looking for a feeling of the whole body being involved. So it all starts to make sense. All right, inhale, come up. Turning around to the second side. Step down on the bricks. So taking your right foot on your bricks. Toes hanging off to the front. Take your left foot well away from the wall. And stretch the arms out to the sides. And as you exhale, bend your front knee, go down low in the hips. So real low in the hips. And then from there, take your left hand down in front of your ankle. So all the way down if you can. Push the knee back with the elbow. And with your top hand on your hip, turning the pelvis, turning the abdomen, the chest is looking up, not down. Then from there, stretch the top arm up. Rotate the arm, take it overhead. And keep pressing the back heel against the wall as you do this. So you really feel the connection the palm facing down, Liam? It looks like it's facing up. Oh yeah, it was facing up, even with my dodgy eyes. All right, and then come up. And release. We've lost Bernie and Michelle. But they'll come back. And have the bricks now like this. And we are going to, you can have them on the front edge of the mat. And we are going to do Parigasana with the front foot on the bricks. Yeah. So you're kneeling down. You're taking your right leg first into a right angle. And then taking the heel all the way to the wall. So your left leg is, your thigh is perpendicular. Mine is not. Yeah. And then stretching the arms out, palms up, and going towards the wall. So it's not so easy now to go to the wall. Yeah, so you go a little deeper into the pose like that. Okay. All right, so start with the right leg in a right angle, so you get the rotation in the thigh. Yeah, the thigh rotates from inside out, buttock is moving down. And then from there, take your foot on the bricks and have your heel all the way to the wall, so you're lengthening the calf muscle. And still the thigh rotates from inside out. And then taking both arms out to the side. Turn your palms up. Lengthen out through the arms. And then reaching towards the wall with your right hand, reaching. And then you can go down to your leg. And then see how far can you go towards the wall with your top hand. So feel the nice stretch along the left side of the body. And the bottom buttock really has to engage now. All right, good. Then as you inhale, come up. And take your foot down. Turn around to the second side. So have the bricks on the front edge of the mat the other way. Kneeling on the other side. And taking your left leg out first to a right angle. Rotate the thigh from inside out. Then with that movement, take your leg on the bricks with the heel all the way to the wall. Yeah, so exactly, rotating the thigh from inside out. Then from there, stretch the arms out to the side. As you stretch the arms out, turn your palms up and think of the chest supporting the stretch of the arms. And then with the breath out, start to move towards the wall, lengthening, extending, towards the reaching towards the wall with the tips of the fingers first. Once you reach your limit, take your hand down to your leg. And take your top arm up, rotate the upper arm, palm faces down, take it over. So see, and you will find one side is probably easier than the other. Press the tips of the fingers against the wall, turn the abdomen, turn the chest up, top shoulder back, bottom shoulder blade in. All right, and then as you inhale, you can come back and take your foot back down. Okay, we need the time, but we did get a chair, so let's do the one triceps. Yeah, you want to have your sleeve over or above your elbow. Elbows are hip width apart, your brick is between the hands, and then you walk your knees back. Knees are underneath the hips, pressing the outer elbows down as you lengthen back. Try not to drop the lumbar, however. Right, so the brick is between the hands, between the heels of the hands, and then slowly walking the knees back so your knees are underneath the buttocks, and you're fully opening the armpits. Armpits are fully open, lengthening the sides of the body back. All right, and then walk your knees forward and come up. And you can take the chair away. We're going to do a few things on the floor. So first, let's just see how is your chaturanga. I know that mine has become quite terrible, even though I used to find this really easy. I've lost the strength. Okay, so you're going to press your feet, press the heels against the wall. You've got the bricks on the sides. And remember, the secret is to press the heels against the wall. And it feels as if you want to take your toes under. And then pressing the hands down on the bricks. And then just lifting up. So it's not a big lift, but you push the heels against the wall, that will help you. Yeah, so let's try that a few times. Yeah, so bricks are by the side of the chest with your fingers kind of hanging forward, elbows up, and pressing the heels against the wall. So your feet are hip width apart with the toes pointing under. So your toes are pointing towards the knees. And you're reaching through the heels so your calf muscles are lengthening. And then, so your knees have to be over the floor. And then as you press the heels back, hands down, see if you can lift in one piece. No, not like that. Lisa, buttocks, yeah, and heels back, heels back, heels back. Go on and stay, breathe. Leave no, elbows in. You don't lift. Okay, come down. Take a little rest. I'm going to show you this one more time. When I looked at the yeah, so it's not, you're not coming into a back bend, but it's just a little movement. So you're staying like a stick, yeah, in a straight line. So pushing the heels back is the secret, pressing the hands down, and then just lifting up here. Elbows go in. Yeah, that's it. It's not a big movement. So push the heels back, take your toes under, lift your knees, your thighs off the floor. Make sure your elbows are moving in. Take your bricks back a little bit, Lisa. Heels have to stay back. If the heels leave the wall, then you won't be able to come up. And 1, 2, 3, up you go. Elbows in. Yeah, that's better. But buttocks down then. Heels against the wall. Heels wall. Buttocks down. Yeah, head up. Shoulders up. And down. Yeah, that was better. So let's try one more time without the bricks. It's a bit trickier. So it's kind of like a press up, but with proper alignment of the elbows. basically, yeah? So hands on the floor, elbows in, roll the shoulders back, press the heels against the wall. So you already have your knees, your thighs on the floor, and then press the hands down, 1, 2, 3, and up you go. You've got to press the heels back. If your legs give up, then you've lost that action. Yeah, good, better. So if you find this hard, it's one to practice. You feel accomplished when you get it, when you get that strength to do it. All right, and then you can relax. Savasana. So feet are hip width apart. Arms are by the side. Taking the toes under, and then lifting the upper body and the legs off the floor. Yeah, so it's not a big movement, but I want you to extend through the heels. That action. Have your toes under, so that way you learn the legs to be straight. Yeah, so toes under, extend through the heels, the extension of the back legs, and then lifting the heels up, upper body up, and extending back through the tips of the fingers, as if somebody's pulling you by the tips of the fingers. All right, good. And then take your arms down. And let's do one more. Take your arms out to the sides now. You have the space out to the sides with your arms, that way. Yeah. Again, tuck your toes under. Extend through your heels, lift your knees, your thighs to the floor. And then 1, 2, 3, lift your upper body first, and then lift your legs. It's like Titanic. Yeah. Extend, lengthen, spread your wings. Spread your wings wide. And as you breathe out, then you can come down. Now taking the feet together for Bhujangasana. So this time the toes are pointing back. Have your hands by the sides of the shoulders. And as you press your feet down, you press the pelvis down to the floor. Hands not pressing first, as you just lift yourself using your back muscles. Yeah, so you're strengthening all the little muscles around your back. Second time, you get here, and then you start to press the hands down without lifting the shoulders. Third time, same thing. And then you slide your hands forward to come up more. Okay? Bhujangasana, the cobra. Feet together, toes back. Press the feet down, press the pelvis into the floor firmly. Don't press the hands, just keep them as they are by the shoulders. And using the elbows are off the floor, so hands are the height of the shoulders. Lisa, take your hands back more. And then using the back muscles as you lift up. So not pressing the hands down, but your ear, and see how far you can go just using the back muscles. Stay there a few seconds, breathe. And as you exhale, come down. Take a rest. And again, press your feet down. Press the pelvis into the floor. Don't press the hands. Use the back muscles as you start to lift up. Lift as much as you can. And then slowly as you begin to press the hands down also. But do not lift the shoulders. The shoulders stay relaxed up. And see, can you lift more? And then exhale, come down. And third time, so pressing the feet down, the pubic bone into the floor. Come up using the back muscles. Press the hands down, lifting up more. And then, but you're not lifting the buttocks of the floor. So the hands slide forward. Then see how far you can go to straighten the arms. Roll the shoulders back, roll the shoulders back. Press the feet down. So the whole body is arching. Great. And as you exhale, then you can come down. And we're going to do Dhanurasana. So you're going to bend your knees and hold the ankles. Yeah, so you are well warmed up for this. So pressing the pelvis into the floor, and then first, so pushing. So you want to push the feet, the ankles against the hands, and then lifting the knees up. So it's the legs that are pulling the upper body up. Dhanurasana. The bow pose. Hold the ankles from the outside. And first take your shin bones back, pulling on your hands as you take your legs back. Take your ankles back. And then when you go back as far as you can, then start to lift your knees up. And then take your ankles back even more, and lift your knees up even more. Yeah. So it's the legs that are pulling, that's the shape of the bow. And the arms are the bowstrings just being pulled. Exhale, come down. One more time. Take a few breaths just to rest. And again, take the shin bones back, pushing back with the shins as much as you can to see how the legs are lifting you up. And then lift the knees up. Shins back more, knees up more. Just for a few moments, do your best. Go on. And relax down. Good. One more. Is Ustrasana. We finished with that one. Then we wind down. I just want you to do it this way. Because like this, it feels much more connected. So you're going to come into child's pose. From here, you've got your hands on your heels. As you begin to press your feet down, then from there you begin to come up, and you keep your hands and the feet to hold up as you go into the pose. Yeah. Feet down. So the thighs really burn on the way up. It's good for them. Okay, so child's pose. With your knees hip-width apart, with your hands resting on the heels and the upper body forward. With the forehead down. And just let go. Just, yeah, so upper body forward, head is down. And don't anticipate anything, just be in the moment. This is fun. Imagine yourself to be like a camel. And as you begin to slowly press the feet down, from there, you find that you start to rise up. As the feet press down, the shin bones press down, from there, you begin to rise. Keeping the hand, it's a bit of a cheating there, so you've got to keep your hands down on your feet. So there's a moment where it's kind of tricky, but you've got to get through that. Yeah, you've got to really power up the thighs. Power in the thighs, and then take your thighs forward more, take your pelvis forward more, otherwise it's not great for the lower back. All right, exhale, come back down. Do it one more time. So you feel, so this gives you the sense of how strongly the legs need to work. All right, one more time. So you just let yourself feel the weight down, yeah, the groundedness through the shins, and then give them more of a pressure down as you begin to rise from there. So first the power is down, and then from there you start to rise. Yeah, gracefully. Then thighs go forwards more, pelvis forwards. Then the head goes back. Well done. And then as you exhale, you can come down. Good. Okay, so just sitting cross-legged as we started, but this time you're going to do a twist and a forward bend. So have a break. And you may need two on top of each other. So I would like your head to come down to it. If you need to sit on something, sit on something. Otherwise, sitting on the floor. If you're comfortable there, if your knees are down. In Sukhasana. Lengthening through the front body. And then as you exhale, then turning to your right side. So first lifting. And then as you exhale, turning. So your navel is looking at your right knee. And then pressing your right fingertips down as you lengthen diagonally forward through your left arm. Yeah, so see if you can get yourself to your break, to your support. And then, can you press your left buttock down though? That's the thing. It wants to lift, and as you press it down, then the stretch is there along the left side of the body. And then inhale, coming back to center. Then you can stretch the legs forward and cross the other way. Having the brick or bricks ready on the left side. Inhaling, lengthening through the front, exhaling, turning your navel to your left knee. Inhale, lifting, exhale, turn. Then support yourself with your left fingertips and lengthening through your right arm. And then the head down. And now, can you press your right buttock down? All right, then as you inhale, coming back to center. Stretch the legs forward. One more time, cross the other way, the first way. Whatever you have for your head, and just coming forward so you can lengthen, but just letting the lower back broaden, so it's not a, you're not looking for a big stretch, you're looking for a sense of relaxation, especially around your lumbar, the broadening in the lower back. All right, well done. And then as you inhale, come back up. And it is relaxation time, Shavasana time. So whichever way you want to do it, make sure you are warm. You need socks, put your socks on. And yeah, so hopefully your back is okay, so you can lie down on the floor. If you want bolster under your knees, you can have that whatever is calling you, whichever way you want to do it. Making sure that you are in a straight line, that the chin is down lower than the forehead, that you are on the very center of the back of the head. If you have a bolster, then the heels need to be on the floor turret, so the bolster comes up higher. Yeah, so it's more underneath the upper leg bones. With each next breath out and starting to let go. But noticing how perhaps after what you have done, there's more sensitivity in the back body. So really being sensitive how you're lying down. Are you even on both sides? So for example, do you feel that the shoulder blades feel the same as they are on the floor, or is one kind of sticking out more than the other? Are you leveled on both sides of the pelvis? Are you on the same parts of your knuckles of the fingers? Are you on the same parts of your heels? Sometimes when there's tightness in one hip more than the other, than one heel, one foot comes out more than the other. Just noticing all those things. Just let it go. Relax the face and all the facial muscles, widening the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids, let the eyes move down away from the eyelids. As if you have eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. Feel the contact between the back body and the floor, head to feet and feet to head. Feeling all the touch points between the back body and the floor. The whole plane of the body on the floor all at once. As you breathe out, softening the abdomen, let it fall down towards the back. Softening the whole front body. Like a parachute, let it fall down softly towards the back body, towards the earth. And like this, keep letting go until you let go completely. There's nothing more to do, and there is nothing left undone. With this, I'm going to say good night. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week.